The Phantom Hitchhiker. I've always been a creature of habit, finding solace in the predictability of routine. My job as a long-haul truck driver gave me that regularity, that consistency. For years, my route led me across the country, through the desert landscapes of Nevada, the lush forests of Oregon, and into the bustling heart of Seattle. One night, as I was driving along a seldom-used back road, under a sky so full of stars it looked like spilled glitter on black velvet, I saw her. Standing at the side of the road was a young woman, rain-drenched and alone. Her face was hidden beneath the shadows of a hood, and she carried a worn-out brown backpack. I pulled over. It wasn't like me to pick up hitchhikers, but something about her seemed so desperate, so lost. My heart ached at the sight of her. "Where you headed?" I asked, rolling down the window. "Seattle," she said, her voice almost a whisper. I gestured for her to climb in. "I can take you that far." Her presence filled the cab with an unexpected chill, the air becoming almost frosty. She sat quietly in the corner, her body hunched over, her gaze locked onto the rain-smeared windshield. We drove on in silence, her presence as unobtrusive as a phantom. A few hours later, I pulled into a lonely rest stop. "I'm just going to grab some coffee," I told her. She only nodded, her gaze never leaving the window. I left her in the truck and stepped into the diner. When I returned to my truck, she was gone. The passenger seat was empty, save for a damp patch where she had been sitting. A quick survey of the area found no trace of her. I was bewildered but chalked it up to her catching another ride. I shrugged it off and continued my journey. Days later, after delivering my haul in Seattle, I stopped by a local diner for breakfast. As I was leaving, I noticed a small memorial by the entrance, a newspaper clipping, and a framed picture of a young woman. The same woman I had picked up on the road. The article told the story of a local girl who had been trying to hitchhike her way back to Seattle, but had tragically died in a car accident on that same road 5 years ago. A cold shiver ran down my spine. The dates, the details, her face. It all matched the girl from my truck. I stood there, staring at the photo, trying to convince myself it was just a coincidence, but deep inside, I knew it wasn't. I have seen a lot in my years on the road, but nothing compares to that phantom hitchhiker. Now, when I pass by that stretch of road, I can't help but look out for her. But she's never there. And each time I feel a peculiar mix of relief and regret. Is she finally at rest? Or is she still waiting for a ride that will never come? I'm a long-haul truck driver, but there's one passenger I'll never forget. The girl who hitched a ride, not to a city, but to another realm entirely. Her memory, just like her presence that night, is a chilling reminder of life's fleetingness, its mystery, and the ethereal passengers we may unknowingly carry along the way.